my name is Richard Backus. Everybody calls me Richie. What I do all depends on what we're focusing on. Professionally, I'm an editor. I work for a publishing company in Topeka called Ogden Publications, and I produce a trio of magazines for them, hobbyist magazines. Basically, if it burns gas, I like it. The magazines that I produce are for collectors and restorers of vintage farm engines, which is a really bizarre, obscure little corner of the world, vintage tractors and farm memorabilia, and then I do a magazine for collectors and restorers of vintage motorcycles. So everything I do is involved with motive power of some sort, because I'm kind of like a gearhead. So that's what I do professionally, and then in my spare time, I work on motorcycles a lot and old engines and stuff like that. Part of the thing about working on a car, working on a motorcycle, working on bicycles, working on anything physical, if you're a carpenter, if you're making a home, whatever it is, it's tangible. You take something and you either make something out of whole cloth, so to speak, or you take something broken, you take it apart, and you have the satisfaction of eventually putting it back together and it works again. And there's something really, really fun about that. It's not theoretical, it's real. It's in your hands and you're actually doing it.
It's just kind of been something that I've always really liked, because I've always been, it's always been around. So I don't think there was a defining moment where I said, yeah, they're cool, I like them. It was just like, that's all I knew. Like, my entire life, like, he's been wrenching on one bike or another, and been riding them. We founded a Yamaha TX500, pretty cool old bike, and we did a little bit of modding to that and kind of made it look cafe, like put a cool muffler on it, and that was like my first real experience with actually working on a bike and kind of recognizing the the work that goes into enjoying motorcycles. And I think that's something that's really funny about the community to me, is that anyone who rides usually knows how to work.
I said already that I like making things. I'm trying to figure out how eventually to get out of the magazine business, because eventually I don't want to do it anymore. It gets old, in the sense that it's not rocket science, and I say this all the time. Anybody can do it, you just have to want to do it. And if you want to do it, you can figure it out. And I want to do it, so I get to do it. But I grow tired of it because there's a lot of stress. And there really is a lot of stress, surprisingly. There's a lot of deadlines. You're constantly, it's a production-oriented process, and so you're constantly pulling in material, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm kind of getting tired of that. But the making things, I want to figure out something that I can make, and it's a really nebulous concept because I have no idea what that thing is. But I want to figure out something that I can make, that I can replicate, and that maybe I can get other people working with me. And actually, Charlie's been an inspiration, my son, in this regard, because Charlie is incredibly creative. He's got these ideas that, he's actually made them, and it's like, holy shit, that's really cool. Riding on two wheels it's really fun. It's really fun, it's really freeing, it's really gratifying. One of my favorite ways to ride, believe it or not, is in the rain. And the reason that I like riding in the rain, and this is one of the things I like about motorcycling, it kind of crosses over into bicycling. When you're riding a motorcycle, you're in the moment. You have to be. If you're not in the moment, there's a much higher likelihood you're going to die. You're going to hit something, you're not going to be paying attention, somebody's going to hit you, you're going to go through an intersection. When it's raining, it's imperative that you are absolutely in the moment. You have to be looking ahead of you, and you have to be processing everything that's coming along. That time when you're living in the moment, everything else is gone. It disappears. You have no worries. You don't think about anything else. It's an oddly gratifying and very freeing experience, and I love it. I think people miss it.